Yeah, so yesterday, we saw some more big tech companies announce they're getting full into nuclear, putting funding towards small modular reactors and getting nuclear reactors built where they can power their AI data centers.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is John Bay. He is the CEO of Standard Uranium. And John, good to see you again. How are you?
I am doing well, Steve. Good to see you as well. How are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm doing well. Thanks very much. And interesting news release out from the company talking about your Sundog uranium project. And you and I have talked about in the past about these partnerships that you've put together and how this is the business model of the company moving forward. Great example of how one is really working well.
Yeah, thank you for remembering that. Yeah, we switched to the project generator model over a year ago now, and the Sundog project was the very first one we put together with our partners at Arrow Energy. The goal was, as all of our projects are, to get exploration happening on our projects and have our partners pay for them while we operate the projects and drive value to our shareholders that way.
Yeah. So now year one is done. So they've made a commitment now to continue going forward for year two, and that means more exploration at the project.
It does. It means they're going to, commit to paying us that fee of $200,000 in cash and $200,000 in shares on October 20th, and then we get right into the exploration program, which starts this fall and heads into next year with a $2 million spend over the year. Now that's going to be made up of some work this winter as well as potentially some summer stuff, some drilling, some more geophysics to advance a lot of the projects we've got up there at the Sundog region near Uranium City.
Yeah. And John, you're pretty happy with what you saw in year one at Sundog?
Yes, it was a fantastic pass to a new area, the Wishbone area, which we drilled after doing some ground, geology work to make that discovery. And now we had a nice few drill holes, got some great results there, and a lot of great information for our geologists to partner up with Arrow and go continue on that process.
Okay, so that we'll put that to rest for a second because I want to ask you about some news that's been happening in the world. And I know, John, as a CEO of a uranium company, you have your finger on the pulse of what's going on in the industry in general. It's a big announcement out yesterday that really have an effect on what you're doing and really what the industry is doing as a whole.
Yeah, so yesterday, we saw some more big tech companies announce they're getting full into nuclear, putting funding towards small modular reactors and getting nuclear reactors built where they can power their AI data centers. And that is something we've been talking about for several months. It started really taking shape several months back with Microsoft doing it first, and now we have Amazon and Google, and it's the way the future is going to be for the U.S. and the globe. So that really drives the power of nuclear power, of course, and they need the uranium to power those reactors. Now, just so happens I happen to be in Toronto right now at the Red Cloud Mining Conference, surrounded by a number of other uranium companies. So we were all up on the news yesterday, and it's the talk of the whole conference is what's going on in that space and why uranium is probably the hottest sector to be in besides gold right now as well.
Yeah, and I'm sure people are saying, what's the trickle down effect when the companies that you mentioned, as large as they are, make an announcement or make a move on something, the trickle down effect can be massive and felt really right around the world.
It sure is. And now, first of all, you see that happening rapidly with, the big uranium producers, the Cameco's, Oranos, those guys get an immediate shot in the arm. And then the next in line, the Denisons that are coming up, the next gen's about to get mines into production. They're seeing huge share price moves yesterday of, 15%. And then you've got the exploration companies like ours, where we are the next ones to trickle down to. So for us, hopefully this means more money is going to come flying into the exploration space and more projects are going to get worked so we can make those uranium discoveries to get those produced into mines down the road.
Well, John, as always, great insight from you. Really appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of the conference, and we'll talk when you get back, okay?
Thanks, Steve. Good talking to you again, and we look forward to more updates in the near future.
All right, sounds good. There's John Bay, the CEO of Standard Uranium.